Hey, welcome back to another video, everyone. Today, it's a Gutsy Guy, your host, Chris Mastery. Going to be doing another cooking video. Again, I know, we're gonna throw the disclaimer out there right now. Obviously, taking your meds and all that kind of stuff, whatever your doctor says to do, make sure you're following that because, there's some of us, we might be able to supplement some of our health with our diet. Some of us, we may not. So want to make sure that, if we can though, we want to make sure that we're cooking the healthiest things, we're eating the healthiest things, and, we're drinking the healthiest things. So I want to do another, like I said, I think this show is going to turn into another cooking show. So I want to do another cooking video for you guys. It's going to be really simple today. I'm going to do a little bit of chicken breast, going to do some sweet potatoes, and we're going to do some brown rice and some cauliflower. So it's going to be really simple. We're going to do up a nice little dish. The reason why I combo these together is you can cook all these. They're fairly easy to digest. And again, obviously, if you're in the middle of a flare and you're having digestive issues, we want things that are going to be easy for your body to absorb the nutrients for and to digest, because you may only be working with half of a digestive tract, half of your intestines. You may only be working with very little intestine, for that matter, right? If you have a J pouch or something like that. So we want to make sure that as we're cooking some of these foods, that we're making sure that we cook them properly, that we cook them with a little bit of flavor. Obviously, and I've said this before in some of my previous videos, we want to make sure that we're not adding too much seasonings. We want to try to keep as much of this organic and natural as possible, because maybe my personal belief, but just based on the research I've done, some of the videos I've watched and stuff like that, you can decide for yourself. But based on what I've seen, anything processed or takeout or something that somebody else has prepared in most cases has some sort of chemicals, MSGs, corn syrups, sugars, salts, all sorts of chemicals just to preserve the food that you're eating. So we want to make sure that we're trying to eat stuff that has as little of that as possible, especially if you have digestive issues. This could become a major concern or a major issue. If you're wondering why you're having issues, that could be one of the reasons. Maybe try knocking out some stuff out of your diet and see if that helps, right? A lot of this is going to be trial and error, everyone. So, what works for me may not work for you, but you may find a few tips here and there, and that's the whole goal of this. Maybe you're going to find something that you're like, that's actually going to work for me. I'm going to incorporate that into my diet or into my nutrition regimen and stuff like that. So we're going to kind of jump to it. I'm going to show you what we're going to be cooking today. I'm going to kind of prepare it for you. We're going to try to keep this video a little shorter. Hopefully you enjoy the video, everyone. But I know it might be a little bit bland. We're going to try to liven it up a little bit, but hopefully y'all enjoy. So we'll see you in a second. So here's what we're going to be working with, everyone. Like I said, just a couple of chicken breasts. I think that's 3 chicken breasts, a couple of large sweet potatoes, and some broccoli. I also got a bag of brown rice, which we're going to do up with it. I'm going to show you the seasonings and stuff I put in everything as well. So I'm going to get to work on chopping all this up and getting it all ready, cleaning the chicken and all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you in a second. Awesome. So welcome back real quick here. I'm going to do 3 things in this next segment here. I already cut up all the sweet potatoes. This will be one of the easiest things to do other than the broccoli, which washed. Broccoli is going to be, cauliflower. The cauliflower, fairly simple. Sometimes it lets off an odd smell, but anyways, but healthy for you as usual. So we're going to do a little bit of broccoli, easy to digest once you boil it or steam it. And it's a great side dish. Always want to have at least some vegetables on your dish. So we're trying to do that. Don't want too many starches. Again, the sweet potatoes is a bit more starchy, but they're a lot less starchy than the white potatoes. So we like to use these. These are really healthy for you. They're just great. They're a little bit better than white potatoes. Anytime I get a chance to do sweet potatoes, I'll do that. They cook up really nice. They get really soft. But I'm going to throw this in. This recipe, I don't even remember where I found it, but I love this recipe. Really simple. Again, I just cube up my little sweet potatoes. I like to add a little bit of cinnamon. I just find it adds a really nice flavor. Again, Want to try to add stuff that's healthy. It's got some good ingredients in it, that's got a little bit of flavor, because again, remember, sometimes we're searching for flavor. Sometimes fast food, we feel like the greasy food has all the flavor. Today we want to make sure that the food we're cooking has some flavor. One of the things I did, I just melted a little bit of honey in the microwave. Again, I like to go with just a local honey. I don't like to use if I don't have any, I'll use like the liquid honey or something else. But I like to go with like more of a farm or a local honey, because I know it's unpasteurized. They're not mixing 15 different honeys in there and adding sugar and all these other types of things. Who knows what they're doing to it, but it's I just find it's a little bit more natural, more organic. I feel better about it. Honey actually has a lot of benefits to it. I'm going to post it next to me. I'm not going to say them all because I want the video to be too long, but I'll post it next to me. There are a host of benefits. Again, but we don't want too much sugar, because again, our system is struggling. So we're going to add some honey to it. So I usually just sprinkle a little bit of honey, and depending on how much you got in there and all that kind of stuff, I will kind of measure it out. I'm an eyeballer. I don't really measure. But that was probably about 1/3 of a cup, I would say, of honey. So I'll use the honey there, and then I'll just mix it up. Really simple. I'll put a little avocado oil in there as well, which I forgot to have ready. A little bit of avocado oil. Not a whole lot. We don't need lots, just like a few sprinkles. So that in there with that. See, you don't need to add a lot of honey because the sweet potatoes are already a little sweet, hence the name sweet potato. But I like to just add a little bit. I just find it just cooks really nicely and caramelizes in there. But with that cinnamon, just lets off a nice aroma, the honey, the cinnamon. Yeah, so, and when it's cooking, it's great, especially around Christmas time. So, really simple dish. I heat my oven up to about 450. I'm going to put some tin foil over top of this and throw it in the oven. Awesome. So the next one here, I'm going to do a little bit of rice. So rice you can cook on the stove. You can cook in a rice cooker or one of these Instapots that I have. Doesn't matter. I don't do a whole lot to the rice. Keep it fairly simple. A little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of avocado oil, and then I just let that do its thing while I'm preparing everything else. So a little bit of rice with the meal. Again, try to keep it healthy. I'm using brown rice. So, you know, just that way we're staying away from the bleached rices and the chemicals and all that kind of stuff. So the rice is going to get going here in a second. Hey, so I'm going to dive into the chicken next. So basically I am going to do, and I have a large family, so what's the point of doing 2 or 3 pieces? I decided I might as well do a whole pack of chicken. So I'll do the whole pack of chicken. Basically, I'll mince up some garlic. I usually use a whole clove for this amount of chicken. So I'll mince up some garlic. We're going to use, now here's the other thing, we're going to use some more honey. Going to put a little bit of honey in here because we're going to make a honey garlic chicken. And we're going to use just a little bit of soy sauce. Now, I don't really have an organic type of soy sauce that I use, so we're just going to use a little bit because it has lots of salt and other things in there, but you know, we're trying to still add something with a little bit of flavor, so it's going to be a little bit light on that side, but you know, it's still going to be fairly healthy. The chicken breast, like I said, it's also for the family, so I can't eat it all. We'll put some avocado oil in the pan and we'll get to cooking. Okay, awesome. So everything's all cooked up and ready to go. Just thought I'd show you guys what it looks like. We got the sweet potatoes right here. Oh, those smell absolutely delicious. You guys are gonna love these things. Sweet potatoes with a little bit of honey and some cinnamon. Oh man, mouth's just watering just looking at it. Here's the chicken. So again, just a little bit of garlic. I use a whole lot of garlic because I have a big family, so it's a lot of chicken. A little bit of soy sauce, but I really didn't add a whole lot other than the garlic, honey, and the chicken. A little bit of avocado oil. Now, a lot of times, sometimes I'll put some peppers in there if I'm in a flare. Sometimes I won't. The skin of things sometimes has a bit of an issue with your stomach, and peppers are known to hold a lot of chemicals from, you know, when they spray and stuff like that. So sometimes I won't do that. Got the cauliflower all boiled up as well though. And we got the rice ready to go. So That's pretty much what this is going to be. So this is kind of what I would call a bit of a meal prep as well. This will give me a couple of days of food, feed the family for, you know, a day or two, and I'll have a lunch if I need it, and possibly 2 lunches for a couple of days, and everybody will be able to eat dinner for a couple of days as well. So thanks for joining me for another cooking show. Super pumped about this one. It smells absolutely delicious. Again, pretty healthy. I want foods that we can digest pretty easily. You can kind of see that I plated it a little bit there. So, but that'd be a pretty decent sized dinner. And, you know, because I'm not eating full-size meals all the time, my dinner is usually my biggest meal. So I'll probably eat this one, and there'll probably be nothing left on this. The sweet potatoes, again, now that they're cooked, they're super soft. So your body's gonna be able to absorb those. The chicken left a little tender. I didn't overcook it, so I left it a little bit tender. Again, the brown rice, and we got a little bit of cauliflower on there. So again, just another meal option for you guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the options that I'm trying to give to you. So you know what, if you have any comments, please leave them below. If you have any meal prepping options or something that you guys like to cook that doesn't bother your stomachs, leave the comments below. I'd love to try some of them. I'm running out of ideas. I go through, you know, maybe the same 6 or 7 dishes fairly regularly. So if you know anything that that you guys like and it doesn't bother you, please share it. Again, with the channel, I'd appreciate it if you liked the video and subscribed. If you're finding value in this, of course, hopefully you're finding value in these videos. That's the whole goal for this, that maybe you're finding something that you can use. So again, thanks everyone. Have a fabulous week, and we'll see you later.